I would maybe ride an old girl like this. Oh, there you go. I don't think I need the plants right here. Oh, I can move them though, huh? Let's move them. I can dig that. That is on my wish list now. Yeah, Estini, I am sometimes probably will. But you know what? I've invested a shit ton of hours in this park and I just don't want to do it anymore. And that's why this is doing. But I better put a lifeguard there, otherwise the game is gonna continue to air me out, and I don't actually want that. So that's pool extras. No provision for that. Now, you might go from a game perspective, you're like, well, that's frustrating. No, I want to be able to, I'm efficient and I'm good at games. I want to solve that. But if that was a mechanic, there would be nowhere in. Why is Miss Piggy tipped over? What happened to Piggy? I don't know. Where's that? Where's the duck we were on? Or close to an hour of Tuesday night stream. Right? What is it? Or is it? Guess. Is it? No, is it? Where is it? Is it? Where's how pretty it is? God damn it.
I love how they make an option where you can actually leave and it just says, by the way, this says prologue. That's the chapter I was in.
And this one is meeting the needs. And what I'm finding, I think it's kind of fun, honestly. So because the game has so much negativity, because so many people are like, why, Planet Coaster is terrible, it's terrible. And drop it in there, hit Z, there we go. Done with editing, open the shop. Oh, okay. It says the shop is not connected via optimism. That absolutely came to pass in the previous Trump administration that I don't think would come to pass in this one, but it's possible. And that is the factor of hubris. But I think it really has to do with how the engine works and how things have to interrelate to each other. Otherwise, the whole thing breaks down. So I personally find the interface on camera, that'd be great. But I'll work with the wife and the camera setup to see if there's a way to pull this off. But my wife doesn't give two shits about what's on camera. She cares about how the room looks. Right? If that outcome bothers you, I urge you to pay better attention, understand better. But again, people who don't recognize that Rage Against the Machine's a political band, you think they're fine, right? So the idea of the population not voting is what some in the government want, because that ensures the status quo, right? It ensures the status quo. Right, now, we've been very focused on this bit right here, the food court. But I think I mentioned that there was no trash cans in the entry of the park. And sure enough, there are no trash cans, and here we got trash. So that, right, it's entirely possible that could happen because I have no idea. No one's been talking about it. No one's really planned anything. So, this isn't world class, right? And so when this was new, this was probably cool, but eventually this got old. So I was thinking I was gonna put like a huge ass roller coaster at the end of the pier, right? I bought the space you could build over the water. I was gonna build this huge monster. And it's, it's not as intuitive as like any other type of building game, but when you understand how important the paths are to the logic of really the entire systems that are at work here. I'll find the code if you, well, hopefully I can search for it. I don't know. Yeah. The code will be useful for sure, but only if the search functions theme park games, because everything is ultimately hosted by them. Now, there's a couple of components that don't require paths. All the rides require a queue that connects to a path, or no one will be able to get onto it, and then likewise the.
I wish I could just run away. Ugh. Who could eat lunch at a time like this?
Importance in a theme park is the idea of having your people get from the gate to the back. You want them in the back of your park, right? You want them to have a long way when they.
You're not supposed to enjoy your own voice. If you did, I think I think you would need to humble yourself a little, you know?
Souls. I mean, lucky new employees, and assign them to the park entry all day, every day, and assign them to the food court. Apply, confirm, close. Okay, so now we have 4 janitors. We need sandbox. Let your imagination run wild. So it's pure creative mode. Money's not a thing. You don't worry about money. You don't worry about research or advertising or none of that stuff. They're almost all dumb fucks, right? They're almost all dumb fucks because they were never taught some certain behavioral expectations that they should know the fucking way back to the original, where you be able to query each individual occupant to find out what's going on in their head so you can get a better sense beyond. Except I'm not terribly happy with the way I've been able to implement employee zoning. So we got that going for us, which is great.
You guys can't even see me.
If my voice is needed, then yeah. But I'd kind of hope not, right? And if that's the case, then my voice is not needed.
Gross. But I wonder what Dad would do if I hid and went missing for a while. Maybe teach him a lesson not to leave me at such a creepy place all day.
And you dropped that down, and it had a hole in the middle of it where you dropped the ride, and then you had to put in the cues. But then the ride looked super cool. It was still a piece of clip art. Still dropped it in my park. You know, I'm not. Is that all? Is that it? Oh, let's see. Gimme. All right, there we go. All right, we'll go 3 minutes, people. 3 minutes. There's your poll. Go ahead. Fill it out. Have to have surgery every once in a while. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. We don't have anything like that unlocked right now. This is like, this is a similar size. I think the other one's bigger. I think this one's bigger, yeah. So it's not like I'm gonna build it. I'm just trying to use it for a sense of how big that road.
The stream crashed. Yes, I am live now. Woo! No one knew that. Thank you for letting me know.
So the workshop, user created content, and because of these other things, right? This game will be around a bit. It'll make them money. It's going to be successful. There's no denying, regardless of what happens up front. However,
and no worries, Rach. You're okay. Don't worry. We're not gonna discuss the book tonight. We're just gonna let it be.
Cable. Where can I find that? I don't know nothing about it, technically.
Not to mention the fact that we could be capable of being a country on our own right because our economy is so large.
See, the argument, when someone gives an argument like that, it's usually a sign that they don't understand what they're up, because there's something wrong, right? There's something wrong.
Because you don't have to be nice to be polite.
You don't have to be nice to be polite. Yeah, that's yeah, there's a bathroom right there. But is it enough bathrooms? Probably not. Probably not. Now, see, there's a part where the path is fucked up, and the reason that I think I out for some things, overflow paths would work, and that's probably doable now if you're willing to sacrifice the land. To be able to say, okay, whenever it gets busy at this part of your park, you can open up these two secondary hallways. And
That was a cheap jump scare. What the?
looking for work, which means no one is addressing this particular situation right now. It's in the zone. Right? These guys, there's not much in the zone to worry about. That's the kind of the truth. Right, I'm gonna make this happen, right? I'm gonna make this happen. That's kind of my thought process. But the fact of the matter is, if there's an amount of detail. I mean, okay, making money is the real reason, but we could argue that if you'll make money if people are happy, they want to stay there and spend all their money. Then there you go. That's what you want. If they're not happy, if they're not engaged, they're not going to want to spend the money. They'll just leave early, and then you'll be like, oh, boo. Okay, there, accent has lost. I'm going to pull back to there. Okay, now. Okay, so now that for me, that is more palatable. Right? Now, it's not straight, but again, I'm going to put another shop in here. But the hope, well, this is still a little... I think that works. It connects it at least. It may not be a perfect thing, but it seems okay. Okay, now. So let's see, where are them zones at? Where are them zones at? Is to build a cable car in the park. That's it, and open it. That's all I got to do. Once I do that, I will have moved. That'll give me the silver star, and I can move to the gold star achievement. But I think it's a janitor thing. So the mechanics don't go in there, but the janitors do. So I have a feeling like what did they in that video you saw, that the stream you saw? How did they name their zone? This themed. Built into the scenery. The whole thing tells a story, and it doesn't even look like a roller coaster. It looks like whatever, a castle or a mountain or. So you know what I don't like about this view? Well, okay, the 3D shit sucks. Like that's really, really bogus. But I don't like the fact that with some projections, so you don't actually see all the tracks that are literally on top of each other, whatever, going in circles or whatever the case may be. But if you go and look at roller coaster facilities, see, there's the, we need a big, nope, it's always up there. Either I just remembered they were cool last game. Okay. There is something that I would do anything about it, and that's not something that's going to happen. I know that some folks would suggest moving to another country. Teacup! And the cube ride's like, here, it's a little postage stamp. What the hell? It's so weird. That's so weird. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Okay, so this is probably more zone 10. So this is mechanic, lower terrace, locker room talk. Nothing should be, oh, that's not what he actually meant. And then, of course, the more localized, any kind of hateful talk, don't condone it, don't allow it, don't normalize it. And sooner than later, who knows? Right? But I think we gotta be really naive if we think that the Project 2025 document that can get executed all the way through without some deviation. I think as hell, man. Oh, mean, look. What are the stakes here? Okay, so let's say he wants it like that, right? So there's our first little courtyard, right? So this is just a place where people can walk around and they can go in here. Now he wants something in the middle more sparingly. I've used it a few times.
As long as it doesn't turn into a wife cam.
Yeah, one of the things that I have to be careful, and I couldn't commit to I forgot. Oh, just gonna show you the flumes. No, I was not. Like I said, I'm close on this one to getting to getting that platinum star, and I'll come back and get it at some point. I played it some. And we'll make it happen as we slide around the pool to sweet disco music while drinking some strawberry lemonade.
I did too, Flappy.
Anyway, okay, so we have this idea that the game might be limited console-wise, which I'll tell you what, if the modders cannot figure out a way to unlock...
Random stuff starts to appear in places it doesn't belong. Encourage others to be vigilant. This is a health code violation. Not that uppers.
Why they didn't make the mechanics light up on this screen? Like, so we could, like, watch them work amongst the crowd. Any reason? Can we think of any reason why they would not have those guys turn on? As Lego allows, which is between 9 and 99. I've been saying before we moved down to Squirrel Camp. Look. My art is still not on the walls yet. Related to the person. Right, so let's take out of the equation immigration. Let's take out, gender identity, sexual, all that. Let's not exclude just that, and just focus on the finance that you have literally no control over. Now, there's a lot of money in worry. There's a whole bunch of people who make their money. Tell you what, I really don't like riding coasters first person. I sometimes get a little queasy. It's sort of funny. Oh, hands up. Coming up, so I didn't need to because it moved to day 2. Now, I see people that are crazy detail oriented, and I see people huge genre. This genre makes its money consistently because the game has legs. This game will be able to be on the market for a long time because of the use. And all right, so I will show you an older game that I have from career mode where... I think I gotta load the game, don't I? Let's see. My parks. It is a partay. Look at it. Look at him. Oh, wait. What's this? Who's this? Hey, buddy. What's your story? What do we have here? So he looks, he's made of metal. And, it was the band doing kind of whatever the fuck they wanted. They could do without their own social commentary, and they could pull out these songs they were really into, and they overbearing mother wife thing, burying it in emotion, having it come out in Nazi imagery. I guess the Nazi imagery would be a thing. I just mimic them. And so now it's like, all right, we want to shrink it down. But I don't think the mechanics need to hit the turnstile. Yeah, I'm a weirdo, man. It's kind of a cool looking duck. There he is. Dad, question mark? To do is if I have 2 rides, I will hire an extra attendant. And then if I'm really feeling good, I'll go up to 3 rides and coordinate the lunches to make sure that my floater doesn't take too much time. As long as those rides are geometrically clear. We don't have anything like that unlocked right now. This is like, you know, this is a similar size. I think the other one's bigger. I think this one's bigger, yeah. So I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm gonna build it. I'm just trying to use it for a sense of how big that road.
Would it be dumb to go this way?
This one with 3 different, but it turns out these are 3 different ones. So this is one, this is one, this is one. They're each independent. Even though you pay to get up here, you can only slide down one. And so he did the virtual teams tap and said, hey. I bet. Hello, Bew. With some projections, so you don't actually see all the tracks that are literally on top of each other, you know, whatever, going in circles or whatever the case may be. But if you go and look at roller coaster, I love seeing it. No, right? So the first one you've already started. That's the Regina Vagina, right? That you got that, and that's park number 1. And I'll contribute to that, and then. Well, here I can share. This is the one. So Pennsylvania is tipped. It's 51%, 48 to Trump. So that's troubling. I think we'll be a good team on the franchise because I spent more time on lighting and decorations than I ever did playing the game, and you like to lay out the park. All right, that's good. Well, does anyone remember what my favorite thing in these games are? What do I got here? I got a dumpster. Dumpsters are non-operable. They're just there for appearance, right? Here's a door to nowhere. Again, the station on the 2nd floor for the cable car is super functional, but this, right? Empty space. Here's the entry to the thing, right? There's only 2. If you go natural, you only get the 6 or 8 landscape types: the high grass, the short grass, the dirt, those. Oh, god damn it, I can't even type. Mementos, bitch. Not Mentos. Mementos. There we go. Look at that, light it up. Come on, man. It gets excited. Trying to manage the herd of people using the pathing systems in this game. Drawing them from this attraction to me is appealing. Being able to take them and the various people. Yeah, his obsession on Neil Diamond is pretty impressive. What is this crap, working by ourselves? No, what is wrong with that shit? No, we fail together and we succeed together. We make a park that's the ugliest park ever, and then we make another park that's the second ugly. Process was to, I was gonna go ahead and I was gonna build a park that made my design sensibilities happy. I wanted it to be detailed. I can do that, right? It all depends on what I see. Now, I'll tell you what, I got 2 people working for me in Georgia. 2 of my direct employees work in Georgia. One is a man, one is a woman. I don't know if anybody identifies with this. I do not. My wife certainly does not. But my wife's friend goes, oh yeah, I get high in the morning before I go to work. I have to.
All done. Thanks, kid. Saved my aching back.
Move him from the presidency. If they have all 3 branches of government and the Supreme Court still within their control, they'll do it fairly quickly. right? They'll do it fairly quickly. So then they can establish the new norm as quickly. Of how governments work is a good thing. It really is a good thing. I'm telling you what. So our government here in the States is not, it's not a full study or not. That bugs the fuck out of me. I don't think I should have to pay for that. I think my government should fucking pay for that. Likewise, school. I don't think that we should be paying for fucking school. Let school be paid for by fucking taxes. And since everybody's got to work, they're pretty good. I know Fox got caught for a whole bunch, $800 and something million, but the fact of the matter is they used the terms that introduced the doubt, right? Fox didn't say.
Lame. How about we play some tag instead? Oh yeah, that'll give us a chance to show Oz around the place. I say sure. Ah! Hurry, grab the kids! Oh, hello? Anyone there?
However, I watch him build, and he's sort of like you, Asdini, right? It's like, okay, we got this little area here. Now let's make it perfect, right? Put a statue there, put a light shining on the statue. No, not quite enough. Let's get a colored light on there to put a yellow because only one of us can be working on the park at any given time. Now, I know you don't sleep or nothing, so that'll be okay. But it appears that we'll be fighting. And we got it. You know what we're going to need? It's going to need to be. Yeah, that's fair. Fool of a took. So, has anyone played the Moria game yet? I have not. I still have not been tempted to buy it yet.
Beaver tails are tasty.
Huh. They'll never find.
Right? Let's put both in. What the hell? So see, even here, like these two roads are not parallel. There's no way to ensure they're parallel. I guess, yeah, there's a bathroom right there. But is it in a bathroom? Probably not. Probably not. Now, see, there's a part where the path is fucked up. And the reason that I'm thinking like the Halloween playlist. Ha! But I don't know. I'm trying to think what's appropriate.
I'd say it depends on who's winning.
Rage Against the Machine. Straight at me this way is then you'll see this corner and you'll see this. I've got a shelf right here that I didn't really want on camera because it's kind of beat to shit. So it's probably not worth getting the center. 4 generators. 4 generators, 2 flat rides, 1 coaster. The ride condition does not change. Other times when it gets serviced, the ride condition goes up a little bit. So the key is when this thing's certificate wears out, you need to get a guy over to this ride right away. Because and I'm no longer willing to bring that piece. I'm no longer willing to say, well, that sucks that, your father has cancer. I'm really sorry. Oh, we have a story here. Here we go. It's the nephew's bar mitzvah. All right. We'll wait to see how this one pans out as we work towards, let's get back to our staff zones. I think we're also going to create another zone. We're going to call it this one here. And we said, I guess I'll go with a little bigger tool. Let me try that one more time here. And this is going to be, I don't know, but yeah, it's, again, this is half done, right? I got this the whole thing. This was going to be for the kids down here. Why they didn't add all these maps to the sandbox was pretty dumb.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Sounds are Windows sounds, the Windows system sounds. So it would have the same volume as the game because you can't individually change the volume of each game in Windows. You can change them in apps, but not in the games. So the best way to deal with
Oh man, this is
10 o'clock tonight, we will not really know what's going on. We'll have an inkling of an idea, but we will not know. It's just, you know, I mean, it's just the way it is. If you got no plans, and you got nothing going on, then we invite people to our house because, you know, we'll be here. We don't have any kind of like we have no holiday traditions. In fact, the Google president was on. Well, I showed you. I'm watching Politico, right? Which is and there's still streamers that she watches now, not like before, but she was really into all the drama that would spring up, you know, around them. Like this was fucking impossible in Coaster, right? Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? I had it connected. Because you had to use the weird little bits, the Planet Coaster about some bugs and then some things that people think are bugs that aren't really bugs, but people are so angry because the game isn't what they wanted. They don't give it time to try and figure it out. So we've been talking about that stuff tonight. So we're just we're throwing this garbage together. Right now, it's a UI teams, right? Give us dedicated UI teams. You know, and so again, I'm not gonna bag on the game. I've talked about it at length, but what we'll do is we'll go into a sandbox, and then we'll see if we can recreate some of the. It says that the ride condition is 100%. So, what will it drop to before the mechanic gets here? Now, again, the game does a terrible job of communicating this. This is why I'm explaining it. But oh, go boom. Can't see him anymore. Oh, look at Lucy. Lucy's taking us away. Whoa, Dad, where are you going? Out to get a pack of smokes and some milk. He ran for governor of California as a goddamn Democrat. Fucking nobody voted for him. He's a piece of crap. I got modded for a comment I haven't seen yet. Yeah, I'm supposability, and I have not done that. And I'm thinking maybe I ought to get around to doing that right quick. I suspect that this big Atrianic, only the one, should be 12. Well, I think I only got one mechanic, and then we got a bunch of who else? What do we hire? Oh, those are vendors. Yeah, most of those are vendors because every time you buy a shop, it automatically gets a vendor to Capitol Hill. You know, it's all good. It's all for the show. The problem with the argument is that there's going to be people that inject themselves into the process, and that's when the danger comes. And they're all in the same one. We got 2 of the coasters restored. There's 2 more to go. Now, I've been going slow because I've been taking my time to. Maintenance status not served. Why is it not served? Why would it not be served? Because number one, the objectives for success never involve like the level of prestige or of the park. So it's really just teach the mechanic to get out of here. So I'm trying to be a little more expeditious. Roboduck. Chords. Hootie. Bee's knees. Right, that is the key. So what I'm going to try and do, because there's also a height elevation difference. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try and change the path to see if I can get it to objectively work, right? I need it to work. Like work is the first thing for me. But you heard me go. I want to move on from these pre-builts to a clean. Like you couldn't. Like we used to have these. The building that we were in So, just a simple tilt-up building. It's very narrow. So it had offices on both sides of the building with a central space. Right, let's get this. And we're going to use the line builder with a big old fat path. And there we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That'll be like a kiddie land. And then I'll put a